Hey guys, so today I'm gonna attempt to film a chatty get ready with me. This is kind of my first video on YouTube. I'm gonna go more into depth in that later, but let's just get started with everything. First I'm gonna get my hair back out of my face. So, hi. My name is Hazel. I'm 20 years old. I am a year 3 university student and I live in Hong Kong. I have a makeup account on Instagram called Honey Flushed. I'm gonna first go in with a bit of lip balm. This is the mangobalm.com, and I love things all beauty, makeup. I post like makeup content there, sometimes reviews, and it's just one of my biggest hobbies and loves. So I used to attempt to do videos. In the past, I think I tried way too hard and things didn't go very well. Like I didn't really know what I was doing. I was too stressed about making it professional. But okay, intermission, I'm gonna start off with primer. This is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. Yeah, in the past I didn't do so well on that front, but recently I've been watching this YouTuber called Angelica, and so her first channel is her main channel is a drama channel, but she has a second channel dedicated to makeup. And I've just been watching her recently. Her videos are so nice. They're like 30 minutes long. She just sits down in front of the camera and does her makeup. And one of the comments under her video was like, the vibe of this is like you're FaceTiming a friend. And I was like, that is such a nice vibe. Like, that's the relaxed content that I would love to create. So like, here I am. So thank you, Angelica. I've decided to retry this YouTube filming experience. I really don't know how well it's gonna go, but let's just give it a try, you know, shoot your shot. This is 2020. Things are not going well, so like you might as well. Okay, so primer is done. I've got a few spots that annoyingly they weren't there yesterday when I tried to film this video, but then like I wasn't happy with the footage. So these boys grew overnight. So I'm gonna go in with this. This is the Misha Cover Maestro Pot Concealer. It has a greenish tint to cover any redness. So I'm just gonna go in with that on my finger. Sorry, my mirror is here as well. So a little bit about me. I guess let's start off with hobbies, because that's the easiest thing to talk about. I love music. I love like pop music, R&B, K-pop. You'll later learn that I am a pretty big K-pop fan. More recently I've picked up Muay Thai, which is extremely tiring. Like, I did a session yesterday with a friend. It's super tiring, but I really love it. And I'm looking just a bit around my nose as well to cover up some redness. Yeah, I just want to continue with there and improve my skill. I used to be really into spinning, but I don't do that as much anymore. So that's all applied, and they're not entirely covered, but I'm going in for a light base anyway. Today, what have I got planned? I'm studying at home and then I'm meeting my friends for dinner. So I'm just gonna be doing a very light base, and I didn't even go into the details of the look. I don't actually know yet. I'm just gonna take some products that I like and see where this goes. This is a very random, spontaneous get ready with me, so let's just go with it. I'm gonna go in with, this is the VT Cica Solution. There's like a whole long name to it. Cica Redness Moisture Cover Cushion. Yes, I'm in the shade 23. This is one of my favorite cushions because I really love Cica products. Like, Cica is my holy grail skincare ingredient, and I guess if it's in makeup too, I don't really mind. So I'm just gonna go in with that. As I said, a very light base, so I'm not gonna aim for too much coverage, even though I just like put a whole dab of product under my eye. You'll come to find that I'm not the best at doing my makeup and talking, because I get distracted all the time, and like I'm trying to blend everything out properly but also like talk to the camera. Now that the base is on, I'm gonna go in with concealer. Where's my concealer? This is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 20. It took me quite a while to try this out. I don't know why, but I can see why so many people love it. It blends out super easily. Not a lot is needed for good coverage. And I'm going to be using, this is a Philly Millie marshmallow puff from Olive Young in Korea, and this is like one of the greatest makeup tools you could ever buy. If you can get your hands on this, I would totally recommend it. It's just so big, first of all, so it gets everything blended easily, and I really like the pointed tip for underneath my eyes. I use this guy every day. And funny story, so when I went to Korea last year, I bought one pack to try it out because like I watched like an Edward Avila video and he really raved about this, so I was like, okay, I'll try it out. So I bought a pack and I loved it, but I only bought one pack and it only came with 2, and so you have to replace your sponges and puffs periodically. So I was down to my last one, and at the time my friend who's Korean, she was in Korea, so I was like, hey, like before you come back, do you mind helping me buy a pack? But then that was the time when COVID hit, and she wasn't able to come back. So like a month later, it was my birthday, and she and another one of my friends sent me a care package from Korea containing 2 packs of these. So like whenever, so I use this every day, and whenever I use it I think about that time, and I was just like, like my friends, they're so nice. So thank you. Blending all that out. The coverage on these pimples is not the best, but the pimples are there and they're kind of hard to cover anyway. So after concealer, I'm going to powder my face with, this is the Innisfree Pore Blur Pact. It sets under the eyes really well, and it makes my nose look really poreless, which like I guess that's a good thing because that's the whole point of the powder. So just going under my eyes with a smaller fluffy brush, and then in my entire face with, this is a BH Cosmetics brush. I do like to set my entire face because I find that bronzer applies on so much better when my face is set, like the bronzer doesn't get patchy. After this, it is time for bronzer, actually. And I'm gonna go in with another BH Cosmetics first brush and palette. This is a Belgium waffle palette. It's a new palette in my collection, and I heard mixed reviews about it when I first bought it, or before I bought it, and then I decided to get it, and I actually quite like it. So how do I do this without blinding you? Okay, yeah, that works. So it comes with 3 highlighters and 3 like contour shades, but realistically I can't use this one for anything because it's a bit too dark for under my eyes. So I can do like contour with this and bronzer with this. The shade is called Cinnamon. I'm gonna go in with that right now to bronze my face. I like to stick with the 3 technique. So like drawing a 3 on your face, and I feel like not a lot of people do that anymore because there are other techniques to provide more lift to the face and whatever, but this is the easiest method for me. So I just do a light layer of that. After bronzer, it is time for, I think I'm gonna do my brows first, because I've been doing my brows before eyeshadow because I find that it helps me like decide where the shadow should go, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna go in with the NYX micro brow pencil. This is in the shade Brunette. And recently I got my brows done for the first time in 6 months because I get my brows done at Benefit, and Benefit stopped all brow services due to COVID, which is totally understandable because when the technician does your brows, they get really close to you. And so after getting my brows done, I felt like a whole new person because there's just something different when you do your brows compared to when you don't get your brows done for a really long time. So I've just finished doing my brows and I set them with the Benefit Give Me Brow in shade 3. And I'm just gonna fix this side because it has fallen down. But okay, my neighbor is doing something weird. I think they're moving furniture upstairs, so sorry if you can hear like screechy noises. Let's move on to eyeshadow. I'm gonna start off with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot to prep my eyes. And so for today's video, aside from introducing myself and like getting myself back out there, I wanted to talk about like updates on my no buy. So on my Instagram, I am doing a no buy month for the month of October, and I am nearing the end of this no buy. It's the end of October now. So this month has been alright, but I think it was last week when Cult Beauty did like this 25% off palette sale, and I was super tempted, but I was like, no, show some restraint, it's only 1 month. And a month passes by really quickly, especially if you're thinking like about an academic calendar. Like I'm always thinking in terms of when our midterms, when our finals, and a month just whizzes by in the blink of an eye. So I was like, you can do this. And more recently, so this is more local Hong Kong news. First, I'm gonna start off with my eyeshadow. I'm gonna be using, this is the Etude House Bakehouse palette. This is one of my favorite palettes ever. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna go in with this color first, all over the eye, and then this on the lid. Okay, going back to what I was saying. So more recently in Hong Kong news, there was this airline called Cathay Dragon. I know it as Dragonair, so I got really confused when I was reading the news reports. But due to Corona, this airline actually shut down, and I was reading like a few news reports, so I'm not sure about the exact figures, but I think 6,000 jobs were lost due to the closure of this airlines. And so this is a far stretch from the main topic, which is my no buy, but thinking about, first of all, I'm super grateful in my position that I'm able to purchase things that, like, makeup isn't necessary. Yes, I do like makeup, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not like what I need the most. And so thinking about these people who've just lost their jobs and they're like struggling to find new jobs, because in this climate it's just extremely difficult. And so I really empathize with these people, and it makes me want to improve my spending habits in the future. So I focus on more mindful spending and truly put the dollar where it matters and into products that I know I'll use and not waste. See, once I start talking, I like stop doing my makeup, and then doing my makeup becomes such a task. Oh my god, what is my upstairs neighbor doing? Why do you have to do that now? So going in with this shade just over the lid. I think this look will be quite similar to on my Instagram. I did a look inspired by injeolmi, which is like a Korean soybean dessert. So it's like powdered soybean with dot. And I used this palette for that as well, and I said in that post that is the kind of makeup I do on an everyday basis, and I am going for a daily, everyday look. Also, I really apologize for the noise upstairs. I don't know what is going on. So just that shade all over the lid. Making sure to blend it out in the crease. And then I'm gonna go in with this slightly deeper shade on the outer third of my eye. This isn't really a tutorial because I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, if I actually planned a look, then maybe I would be able to do a proper tutorial. But this is just me talking about whatever comes to mind doing my makeup. And I know I say and like a lot, and recently I've been saying so yeah a lot, which I don't know where that comes from, but it just comes out of my mouth and I don't really think much about it, so I hope it doesn't sound annoying. Gonna run that on the lower lash line. So hopefully you can see the shadows are super light, and I don't know about the light settings because I'm not very good with managing my camera. As I said, I'm not a professional. This is why I'm literally just setting my camera up in front of the window, the sole window in my room, doing my makeup. So yeah, very light. And then I'm gonna go in with this beautiful shimmer shade in the palette. If you can see it, oh my gosh, yes, there it is. It's so pretty. So just gonna go with that all over the lid, going into my finger because that's how it applies the best. So also attached to the topic of the no buy, I was thinking of doing a Project 10 pan because I follow quite a few people on Instagram and they've been doing that recently, and considering my makeup collection, you know, I've actually never hit pan on a shadow, which speaks very poorly of me because it means that I just buy things and then get rid of them before I use them up. So this time I really want to, also with the mindful spending moving forward, I want to first do a declutter of my collection because I truly have, like, I don't have as much makeup as a normal YouTuber, I think, because like obviously why should I? It's not my job. So I would like to do a declutter of things that I just don't use anymore, and I know I'm keeping things like out of sentimentalism. For example, my NYX Sabrina palette, you know, the show The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, I think that's what it's called. I loved that show, but then they cancelled it, and so there's only one more season left, which I'm kind of sad about. But I bought the palette and I don't really use it because the colors are a bit out there, so I hope it's showing up. It should appear a bit more like gleamy and stuff. So I'm gonna go in with a bit more shadow. Okay, my upstairs neighbor has stopped, so thank you. Or have they? Oh no, they're still going. Okay, never mind. Bit more shadow with a denser brush. And I think I'll be doing my liner with shadow today because I'm not confident in doing my liner at all, and when I do it with shadow it's a lot neater, and if I mess up I can just like rub it away and it won't ruin the entire eye look. But first I'm going to go in with this shimmery shade nearer to the inner corner and the inner third of my lower lash line. Yeah, okay, using a brush for this type of shadow doesn't really work very well, but when I use my finger I just pray that it doesn't go everywhere because my finger is like big compared to the surface area. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go with it on the inner third of my lower lash line, and then I'm gonna use my highlighter later for it. Oh god, I've gotten it all over my aegosal area. Let's just try to pat it out, make sure it's not like, oh my god, my under eye is like glittery now. Okay, never mind. You can't, can you see on camera? Maybe you can, but I will attempt to clean that up later. So now let's go on with blush. I have, this is one of my favorite blushes, though I don't really buy from this brand anymore for obvious reasons. This is the Too Faced Love Flush blush in Baby Love. It's just a really cute everyday neutral like pinky beige. And so if I'm doing like an everyday makeup look, this is a blush that will reach for a lot. So you're just gonna try to lift the face by doing like by applying it to the upper part of my cheek. Wow, super technical. Now I'm gonna go in with highlighter. This is one of my favorite highlighters from Colourpop. This is the Super Shock highlighter in Your Catch. And it's just like a tie-dye, gleaming, blinding pan of gorgeousness. And so I'm gonna use my finger because that buffs in the product best onto the skin. First tapping to make sure I don't go in too crazily at the start. I'm gonna use a clean finger to blend that out. Going back in with the first finger to like add intensity. Oh yeah. Okay, in the viewfinder it's quite like gleamy. I love highlighter. It's one of my most favorite makeup products because I just love the gleam that it gives. But more recently, you know, I haven't really been doing my base makeup because we're all wearing masks, and there's really no point wearing base makeup when you're wearing a mask because it just gets all over the mask and it feels really gross and the mask gets gross, and it's not exactly convenient to change your mask throughout the day because also like environmental waste. But since I'm staying at home for now, I'm just gonna do my base makeup, and also it's for the video, so just a bit on my nose, on the nose bridge, under the brow, and then in the inner corners, the eye. Oh, I forgot to do mascara and eyeliner. I said I would. Okay. So the highlighter is on. Oh, you can see my dark circles. Yeah, I don't cover them up that much because when I first started doing makeup, I would never wear base makeup because I was scared about getting the color matching wrong. But then the more I wore makeup, I learned how to color match, and then I started wearing concealer under my eyes. At first I wasn't used to it because I was just like, my dark circles are completely gone, who is this person? But because I've been wearing makeup consistently, whenever I don't wear makeup, people assume I'm like dead or sick, and that's just not a good thing. So I try to make my base lighter so that my dark circles come out a little bit, you know, so it's not too much of a stark difference between when I'm wearing makeup and when I'm not wearing makeup. So I just did my eyeliner off camera. I don't even know if you can see it. I can't see it in the viewfinder, but it's very, very barely there. I don't want too much of a strong liner today. I just used one of the darker shadows in the palette and an angled brush. And so now I'm gonna curl my lashes and then do my mascara, taking the mirror from the compact because I like using a more close-up mirror for doing my lashes. I'm not running out of things to say. I kind of made a list of what I wanted to talk about in this video because even though it's a chatty get ready with me and I speak about anything that comes to mind, I did want to cover particular points, but now I've finished all my points, so we are just doing our makeup now, having a relaxed time. It's the weekend, but I have work to do because we are kind of in the midterms season. I don't have any midterm exams, but I have many group projects and assignments to hand in. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. Right? Ah, no. I just poked my eye and there's now that. Okay, I will let it dry and then scrape it off later with a spoolie. But tonight I'm meeting my friends for dinner because it's one of my friends' last night in Hong Kong. He's enlisting. He's Korean, so he's enlisting in the military. And I won't be able to see him for a year and a half, 2 years. So speaking of enlisting, this is now like really random, it just came to mind, but Local, the South Korean rapper, he just finished his enlistment and So he's come out, and he's come out with an EP. It's not a full album, I don't think. He's come out with a couple of songs, and the title track, Can't Sleep with Haze, is just so nice, and I love Loco. And recently I've been watching like his interviews, and he appeared on IU's it's like a YouTube segment show kind of thing where she does interviews with people, and she interviewed him, and I never noticed how soft of a personality he has, and it's so cute because here is this like 30-something-year-old man, but he's so shy and he's so polite, but I never would have guessed from the way he raps. Maybe I was thinking about like all of his more like hardcore rap songs. Oh, I didn't even talk about the mascara I'm using, sorry. This is the Heroine Make Long and Curl Mascara. It says it's super waterproof, and it truly, oh, won't focus, okay. It truly is super waterproof. Like, I wore this to Muay Thai yesterday, and it just did not come off, which is amazing. So my camera cut off as I was in the middle of talking and doing my lip liner, so I just like erased that spot, and I don't know if the camera, I feel like the camera has moved because it's not in the same spot. Okay, there we go. That spot was really hard to scratch off because that formula, that mascara formula, was like tough as hell. But I just did my lip liner, and it was the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in 606 Wherever Walnut. And I was actually talking about, so the lip balm that I used at the start, this is the Glossier mangobalm.com. It smelled, so when I bought it, I didn't have any expectations as to what it would smell like because brands do different mango scents all the time. And so I bought it. It took a while to get here from US to Hong Kong. And the first time I smelled it, it reminded me exactly of this mango candy. It's like this mango gummy that I think it's from a local brand. And so when I was younger, my grandma doesn't do this anymore because I'm 20 and not a child. But when I was younger, every Chinese New Year, my grandma would give us a bag of candy to put into the chun hub. I don't know what chun hub is in English, but it's a box you set out during Chinese New Year when people visit you, and inside it's like candy, nuts, seeds, dried fruits, and stuff like that. And so there would be this mango gummy. That was my phone. This mango gummy that smells exactly like this mangobalm.com, and it takes me back. And it's, I guess it's a nice nostalgic feeling. So now that I've done my lip liner, I'm gonna go in with my lip product, and this is the Colourpop Luxe Gloss in the shade Tied Up. So initially I bought the entire set of this Luxe Gloss line because I watched reviews on it and people seemed to really like it, and I did like the shades. When I bought it and tried it out, I wasn't the most impressed with the formula because it wasn't quite what I was looking for, I suppose, or not quite what I expected. But then yesterday when I attempted to film this video, I tried it out and I was really surprised by it. Like, I just grabbed it from my desk and used it, and I was just like, this is actually quite nice. So I'm just gonna go in with it and clean up anywhere that has crossed my lip lines. So we are kind of done. I'm gonna spray my face with Fix Plus to blend everything in. Okay, I just locked it. And, oh, I should really stop talking when I'm spraying setting spray or Fix Plus in my face. And I like dousing my face in setting mist. And then I'm gonna go in with this Changwoo fan that I got for free when I bought something from Nature Republic. I love NCT. NCT is one of my stan groups. And so this fan just does its job. as simple as a piece of plastic can do. And we are done with this look. So I think I'll do a close-up. Oh, I hope my hair doesn't get messed up. Run the clips. Okay, let me come a bit closer. So this is the look. Oh, I didn't do another coat of mascara, but I think one coat is fine. Maybe I'll do another coat before I leave the house. But this is the makeup. Lips. I'm not sure if the blush is showing up, but blush never shows up on camera unless I put copious amounts of it, which I'm not going to do today. I quite like how the eye look turned out. Like, it's a very everyday going to class eye look for me. And yes, I do apply shimmery eyeshadow when going to class because I like it and I think it looks nice. I can't believe this is it for my first video. I hope you enjoyed and you haven't been annoyed by me for talking so much. I don't know if I'll get annoyed at myself when editing because I hate listening to myself talk for extended periods of time. So this is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to, you can subscribe, I guess. Like, it's really up to you, and I don't know if I'll even continue with filming videos. But if you want to check out makeup beauty content, my Instagram is @honeyflushed. That's about it. Hopefully, I did quite enjoy filming this video, so hopefully... Oh my god. Did that sound pick up? That was my stomach. I skipped breakfast, and I guess my body is not having it. That was so weird. Okay, so hopefully I will film other videos. I did enjoy this. So until next time. Bye.